I was born at a young age, and the heavens opened, lights shone down, and you heard a giant voice just boom out of nowhere. Look out below! And I entered the world. Fast forward a few years, I was always impressed with my own self-importance. And I've learned to kind of put that into check and realize that I have confidence in who I am, what I was doing, no matter what position I ever worked. I started out in retail, as most people do, ice cream shops and coffee shops and movie theater manager, but I always kind of rose up kind of quickly to a management position. I could talk to folks, I could, make them relatable, whatever their issues were, solve their problems, and that was kind of a key theme in what I did from the time I was in the workforce at 14 years old up to what I do now. It's really no different. I've eventually got to a point where I was kind of in between things in my mid-20s. I had what I like to call lived riotously in my 20s and leveraged my future, got into debt, and built up a sizable owing to other people. So having to work through that, went through a divorce. My father said, I need help. I'm retiring from my previous firm. And if you had told me in my mid-20s that I would be doing what my father does, I would be a certified financial planner in 15 years, and I would be handling clients and managing money and helping folks get out of debt and whatnot, I would have laughed at you. It was not an interest in any capacity because I didn't understand it. You grow up with a certified financial planner for a father, but I could never tell you what he did. So he helps people with retirement. Okay. Well, once I came to work with him, once I started actually working with his clients and getting to know them and build that relationship of how I can help them through either building a portfolio for them to, hey, I've got this tax issue and we need to kind of work through some things with their CPA. Setting up their estate, making sure that their heirs are taken care of should something happen to them. You learn to start really caring about these people and what they're going through. And it's interesting too that I bring my history, not only of the mountains of debt that I got myself into and then out of, but also the management experience, the customer service experience, and all of those skills that I had just was preparing me for this and what I'm doing right now. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Getting to sit down with someone and have them come in with a problem and talking it through, realizing, what is it you're trying to accomplish? What's the goal you're trying to reach? And then working out a map with them to get there and then realize those goals and be with them along that entire way is amazing. Basically, I had to shift from kind of a Garrett-centric world to realizing that I could revolve around others and impress upon their lives better financial practices or ways to get out of debt, or just the confidence, sharing my confidence with them to help them realize they can do it too. They can be debt-free, they can have a retirement, they can have that dream home on the beach, they could retire, and any number of goals that they want to reach. But it was a shift in perspective, if you would, that I could utilize my own personality and things about myself to be relatable to others and to help them kind of build their own confidence. Because that's really what I do. I mean, my job is, yes, the nuts and bolts of a certified financial planner's day is looking at investments and building financial plans and estate plans and working through tax issues. But in reality, it's really just instilling confidence that this client comes to you with this concern or this uncertainty, and you helping fill in with my confidence to that gap to show them I can help you, bring you up to do this, and we work on it together. and you see that fruition, you get to that goal. And they realize I could do this all along. All I needed was someone that knew what they were doing to help me along the way. That's what I do. In college, I played football, and I was not a football player in high school. So when I went to college, I was like, I want to try out for the football team. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. Didn't know what I was doing. And I discovered that sheer will get you only so far. You have to be confident in your abilities, whether you know it or not. You've got to have that confidence to basically say, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do everything I can in my power to find out and be the best I can be. That confidence building, that alone, that football experience helped me realize that it's all inside of me. And I get to bring that, blossom that, grow it, nurture it, to try to bring that to bear. What was this shift? And in kind of self-reflection and whatnot over the next few years, it was, I understand what I'm doing now. I understand that confidence comes from within, and it can be built only so far. It can be forced only so far, but you have to believe in yourself. So that shifted it. When I was growing up, I saw my dad working 2 jobs, and as he's learning to be a financial advisor and whatnot, and having to work a job to make ends meet, and things got tight for my family. And I know what that feels like. I saw Dad having to work all day and then come in and then go work in the evening. I want to help others never have to experience that. It's one thing to help people get out of debt, but really it's so rewarding to help folks never experience it to begin with. And it all starts with education. I got an education at 4 and 5 years old. I remember it. Helping people just realize that they have more power in their hands than they know, and that we're here to help them along the way, no matter where they're at in their journey, is incredibly rewarding. I love my community. My family helped settle Cherokee County, so Cherokee and the surrounding areas hold a real strong place in my heart. So if I can make my community better, and I see my community as not just our local town, our local county or state. I've got clients across the country. Helping your community is helping bolster other folks to be better than they are, to be better than they were, to be more than they are, to get where they want to be. That builds that sense of community. Relationships are everything. And growing personally, in my experiences as a child and watching my family struggle and go through job changes and whatnot, life doesn't have to be derailed just because there's a monkey wrench thrown in the plans. And that's something that I've seen personally, and now I work with clients that, life happens. And I'm here to help them through those issues, whatever arises, because any numerous amount of things can come up, but it doesn't change your long-term planning. There may be some tweaks that need to be made, but the real passion of what I do is really just helping others build something more than they thought they could.